على عبده ونبيه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن سار على نهجه واقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين. Brothers and sisters, what we were discussing yesterday, or you're busy with your stomach? Yes, what did we discuss yesterday?
We discussed Surah al-Fatiha.
In terms of what?
From the beginning, that لا صلاة لمن لم يقرأ بفاتحة الكتاب.
Exactly. So, do we take this statement as a general statement in which we apply it to every musalli in every salah?
No, there's three categories. The first category is that if the imam is reciting Surah al-Fatiha, then, well, the imam is reciting.
Now let's start with do we have to recite in every prayer? Yes, we have. And this is a way that you know if what you are performing is salah or not. If you're reciting it Fatiha, that means it's salah. And hence the conditions, pillars, obligatory actions are commanded. If you don't recite al-Fatiha, that means it is not salah. So how do we apply this? Now, sujood al-tilawa, for example. Is it salah? Now we ask, do we recite al-Fatiha? Then it's not salah. Okay. Therefore, you can make sujood naked. Right? You can make sujood not towards the qibla. You can make sujood without tahara. Okay? Why? Because it's not salah. Now then, we're saying that it's a commandment that you pray, that you recite al-Fatiha in every prayer. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, أيما صلاة. هذه نحن نسميها نكرة في سياق العموم في سياق الإثبات فتدل على العموم. The Prophet ﷺ said لا صلاة. هذه نكرة في سياق النهي فتدل على العموم. Okay? So in every salah. Now we have established this. Now we're going to move. Is it obligatory upon everyone who is performing salah? Now we have three situations. It's either that he is imam or ma'moom or praying individual. Now, we have, if we neglect the opinion of Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, we have agreement that if he is imam or praying individually, or he is ma'moom while the imam is not reciting, we have agreement that he has to recite al-Fatiha. You see? Now, this is what we usually call tahrir al-khilaf, to edit where we disagree. That's really crucial. That's one of the ways that the Quran is teaching us where the disagreement is. The Quran, when it's discussed any issue that it has two opinions, or more than two opinions, the Quran is editing it to know where we disagree. سيقولون ثلاثة رابعهم كلبهم ويقولون خمسة سادسهم كلبهم. What he says? رجما بالغيب. Neglected. These are, we don't deal with them. ويقولون سبعة وثامن كلبهم. Then he is silent. That means that they are سبعة. Then he says قل ربي أعلم بعدتهم ما يعلمهم إلا قليل. That means that some know them. Where do we get the numbers of them? From the Quran. Because he said, مَا يَعْلَمُهُمْ إِلَّا قَلِيلٌ means those who we have revealed to them. Okay? So, this is the way that the Quran is dealing with different opinions. So, it is a knowledge, by the way, that one of the sciences of the Quran is what we call ilm al-jadal, the science of argument. How the Quran is arguing. أَمْ خُلِقُوا مِنْ غَيْرِ شَيْءٍ أَمْ هُمْ خَالِقُونَ أَمْ خَلَقُوا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لو كان فيهما آلهة إلا الله لفسدتا ما اتخذ الله من ولد وما كان معه من إله ما اتخذ الله من ولد وما كان معه من إله إذن لذهب كل إله بما خلق ولا على بعضهم على بعض. Okay, so this is the way that we edit where we disagree. That's really crucial. A lot of times that we disagree on things that we are actually agreeing upon. But the problem is that we don't know where we disagree. Therefore, we continue arguing, just argue. So sometimes when when I engage in any dialogue with some of you, I know that some brothers get bored, that they want us to move on. Why? The problem is that I'm trying to achieve this establishment, that I'm trying to edit where we disagree, just to point out that I'm agreeing on what you're saying, except this. Or I disagree on everything that you're saying, but this. So this is important. So now we know that if we neglect the opinion of Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, because he's saying that you can recite whatever you want. To recite al-Fatiha is not obligatory. فَقْرَوْا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنْ فَقْرَوْا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. So we now neglect it. What we have two main opinions, which are agreeing upon the issue that you have to recite it if you are imam, or if you are praying individually, or if you are ma'moom, praying behind imam in the silent part of the salah, or in the silent rak'at of the salah. Now, where the disagreement then? They are agreeing on the part of salah when the ma'moom is hearing al-Fatiha. Now, give us the main opinions. So the first opinion is saying, you must recite it, right? Yes. The other opinion, what it says, if you hear it, that's sufficient. Actually, it's not recommended even to recite it. Okay? Now, what is the evidence for each side? Who would provide the evidence? Yes, hadith Ubadah ibn Samit. You're about to say? Yes. So yes. Now this is the evidence of which opinion? No, I'm saying those. Now we don't care about those who are saying it now. The opinion who is saying that you must recite it, or the opinion who says that you don't have to. Okay, so now you start with the negation before the affirmation, which is a methodology of argument. Whether. No, this is the issue of reciting al-Basmalah aloud, and this is the hadith of Anas radiallahu anhu. Hadith Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu في الصحيحين. Who would provide? Yes.
حديث عباد بن الصامت قال لا صلاة لمن لا يقرأ بفاتحة.
لا صلاة لمن لم يقرأ بفاتحة الكتاب. بسم الله.
أيضا
So those who are saying you must recite. No. Okay. Yes. Continue. Listen. If you don't.
كل صلاة لم يقرأ فيها بفاتحة الكتاب
فهي خداج. Okay, so that's very, very clear, right? Now, what is the opposite opinion? And also, they have a very also clear evidence in this particular issue, that they are saying that في Sunan Abi Dawud, that the Prophet that Ubadah ibn Samit reported to us saying that the Prophet was once praying, and while he was reciting, some of the companions were also reciting while he was reciting. Then the Prophet after finishing the prayer, he said, don't do that, but if you recite al-Fatiha, إلا بأم الكتاب. That's very clear, right? Very evident. Now, what about those who are saying, no, he does not, or she does not have to recite? Exactly. It is mawquf. It is mawquf on whom? On Ubadah radiallahu anhu, while he was leading in Bayt al-Maqdis radiallahu anhu, because he was al-wali, he was the governor. Okay? Secondly, what about this general statement? How do you deal with them? أيما صلاة لا صلاة. If you can say it in English. Okay. Okay, no problem.
إذا سمعت الفاتحة وقلت آمين كأنك قلتها بالدليل حديث آية في قصة موسى.
Exactly.
لما دعا الله فأجاب
الله تعالى قال
قال لك من دعائكما.
Yeah. فاستجاب. So لا يقول الله جل وعلا يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى فاستجيب يقول الله جل ماذا الآية؟ نعم قال الله تعالى قد أجيبت دعوتكما فاستقيما ولا تتبعان سبيل الذين لا يؤمنون. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that I have answered them both, while the one who was praying is only Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. Right? Why? Because Harun alayhi salatu wasalam used to say what? Ameen. Okay? What else? فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون. What Imam Ahmad رحمه الله says? نزلت في الصلاة إجماعا, he said. نزلت في الصلاة إجماعا. It was revealed because of salah, or for the reason of reciting in salah. And he said by consensus. من كان له إمام فقراءة الإمام له قراءة. فقراءة الإمام له قراءة. Although that it's very controversial, that this hadith. Ibn Kathir rahimahullah, at the beginning of his tafsir, he elaborated a lot, trying to de-authenticate it. Okay. Okay. So, and what did we opine? What did we opine?
We don't have to recite.
Yes, you don't have to recite it as long as you hear it. As long as you hear it. What else? What we discussed?
We were talking
Some.
yesterday how you compensate. There was a
No,
lot of
this
talk.
is a different issue. This is when
Okay,
you
let's
Something happened to me this today at Father. I just want to bring that. I think the morning body yesterday body was clear, but when I went through it today, I see it. So I came in
Okay.
and
This is where we
Father,
ended.
I was reciting, then there was sajda. By the time that I was in, I couldn't finish my Fatiha and I had to go with him during the sajda.
Okay.
I went back and I finished my Fatiha.
Exactly. Good.
Is that okay?
Yes. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Okay.
So he didn't have to do the rak'ah, so he missed.
No, he didn't miss the rak'ah. Please. When one speaks, I think that's very clear that we let him continue in order for us to understand what he wants. Because otherwise we can't understand. So now we're saying that he didn't miss the rak'ah. We have to understand that we have to distinguish between a ruku' and rak'ah. A ruku' is this bending. When you bow down, okay?
Right.
Or yes, when you bow down. This is ruku'. A rak'ah is the whole actions. The whole actions. That's why we say that you realize a rak'ah by realizing a ruku'. Okay? That's important. So now he didn't miss al-rak'ah. Why? Because he didn't miss a ruku'. Is that clear, Abu Adam?
I didn't miss the record.
Yes, yes.
For the sajda,
Yes. So now when he recited al-Fatiha, that means that he said it before missing al-ruku'. Therefore, he had realized al-rak'ah. Okay?
No, this is.
Okay. So now
I think, as you said, it has to be visual. So there's a lot of people who don't understand it.
No, just don't make it hard. Alhamdulillah, Allah Jalla wa Ala lam yukallifna.
Yeah, but
These are
it's a
very.
big question. It's a big question because, again, it's not an easy one to answer. You have to see it because that's what I was seeing a lot of brothers.
Yeah, big.
Still get it. Brother Ahmed, he said, I still get it now.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Now you got it. You got it.
No, he did not.
So inshallah you're gonna explain.
What happened to me is different. Okay, what happened to me?
But now you have understood, inshallah, what the main issue, that we realize al-ruku', that we realize al-rak'ah by realizing al-ruku'. Therefore, if you start with al-imam and you recite al-Fatiha, even before the imam makes ruku' or while the imam is making ruku', but you didn't complete it until the imam lifts up, then we say that you have realized al-rak'ah. Okay? Very clear. Now, Look. I don't know why. It's. I think because of. Now. How do you? Let's say that now I realize the Imam while he is reciting Surah after Al-Fatiha.
What do you mean?
I realize that I have joined the Salah. أدركت. Okay. أدركت الإمام. I have come while the Imam is praying and he is reciting Surah after Al-Fatiha. Now, I have to recite Al-Fatiha, right? If I join him. Allahu Akbar. Then I commence, I start reciting Al-Fatiha. While I'm reciting, the Imam makes ruku'. Now we're saying to you that you have to continue reciting Al-Fatiha. You have. Yes, some scholars, al-madhab, madhab Hanabila, they're saying you don't have. You have to realize ruku'. You have to follow the Imam. Even if you don't. But what we opine is that you have, since you didn't hear it. Okay? Unless you make takbir while the Imam is making ruku'. لحديث أبي بكر رضي الله عنه. Clear. This is not, a binomial probability. Okay?
So we go back to the first.
Okay, so now the Imam is making ruku' and you have to recite Al-Fatiha. You have not yet finished Al-Fatiha and the Imam left up. Now we're saying to you, you have realized the ruku' if you make ruku'.
So what do you do next? You have to do your own.
Yes,
ruku'?
you have to do your own ruku'.
And the Imam is doing sajda.
No, because I mean this is a plane. This is not Imam.
No, he's doing fasting.
Okay.
You are behind it.
لا Allahu Akbar يا أخوان الله يا أخي سهل والله. Why are you making it so complicated? I don't.
انت مش فاهم
If you have this study, it may happen.
يا أخي الكريم, I think
Yes.
this is a communication thing.
Yeah.
I think the way it's being communicated. This is. What's really
Because what is this Imam that now you?
رد على السؤال بتاعه هو
Okay.
بيقول لك دلوقتي ايه
If he didn't, you have to continue following him.
استنى
But if he is going so fast this way, then you have to pray alone. You have to pray alone.
خلاص احنا مش هنعمل فرقه دلوقتي
إيه.
هو انت هتكمل معاه مش هتطلع من الصلاه علشان هو سريع وبعدين انت
إلا يجب وجوبا ما تصح الصلاة.
ده تقدير شخصي برضه ده تقدير شخصي هل هو سريع ولا لا يعني
لا إذا ما كان يجب. If the Imam does not give you the time to say الواجب سبحان ربي العظيم once, سبحان ربي الأعلى once, سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا ولك الحمد. If he does not give you that, then you must pray alone. You must. You see? Now, again, would you like us to repeat it again?
No, what can he do now? He saw الإمام عمل السجود هل هو يركع ولا يدخل في السجود معه؟
لا يجب عليه إنه he has to make ruku' and lift up after ruku'.
and then go سجود
Yes, سجود.
and then go سجود وممكن يكون متأخر
Yes.
سجود عن التاني
Then you join back.
Yes, you have to follow him.
That's it.
Okay?
That's what it is, yeah.
Hey, yeah, okay? Is that but why I'm saying that you can't realize him because I mean he's going so fast if he does it this.
No, I'm talking about the scenario. I just want to finish the
Yeah, like
scenario.
Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, Sami Allah liman hamdah, you're going to realize it.
Yeah.
If he's doing sajda and you're still behind, then you can recuperate basically on the next rak'ah.
Yes.
You catch up.
Yes.
And that's all. I just want to make sure.
Yes. Yes. And you now is it clear inshallah? Yes, you have. Yes.
That's why you.
Yes.
Yes.
Try to catch up.
Because the first one is the obligatory and the rest,
Yes.
either 3 or 10, according to different opinions, are sunnah, preferable.
So one last thing, just to close this out. In that particular scenario, right? You're trying to catch up. The imam went into sujood. That means you caught that rak'ah.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yes.
That's it. Jazakallah.
Okay, and also you don't have to make sujood sahw. You don't have to make sujood sahwi.
And in sujood you can also Subhana Rabbil A'la
Once,
No.
once,
But if you
because you have to rely, you have to go, you have to match him. Okay?
But if you come
You have to follow him, not to match him. You have to follow him.
if you come in and he's doing
إنما جعل الإمام ليتم. Okay, so now, so what else? What did we discuss?
خلاص وخلصنا على كده ادخل بقى في الموضوع.
We also discussed
Okay.
what surahs
لا
to
يعني هو
recite.
That's what we're
في مسألة في بعد مسألة وظن فيها أمس مسألة أخرى وقفت فيها ما كملت.
بعد الدرس إن شاء الله. بعد الدرس. Which one? أبو.
نعم مفصل.
Huh?
وقفنا عند المفصل.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we discussed yesterday what we mean. Yes, we need some management in our circle. Okay, we need some management. Yes, it is. Yes, informal session, but still, we need some. Yes, we need some structure. Otherwise, we're going to be distracted a lot. I mean, I didn't have inshallah problem, but some audience they won't feel comfortable with that. Okay. So yesterday we discussed what? Al-Mufassal. First of all, what do we mean by Al-Mufassal? Al-Kahf? No. Okay, yes, from Qaf till what? Yes, till An-Nas, till the end of the Quran. This is all called Al-Mufassal. Why? Abu Al-Akh Ahmed. Yes, no, Al-Sheikh Nur ad-Din. MashaAllah, Nur ad-Din. Okay, just let him. Inshallah, yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yes, that's one. This is one of the reasons that its surahs are short. Therefore, a lot of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
The verses are short.
Also, another reason that the verses are short. Thirdly, means that muhkam. Yes, there are no abrogation. Yes, you're going to have some mutashabih that we're going to return it to al-muhkam, but you won't have a lot of abrogation. Yes, you're going to find some abrogations, like في المجادلة. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا ناجيتم الرسول فقدموا بين يدي نجواكم صدقة. Then after that, what he said? قال الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى لا يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا ناجيتم الرسول فقدموا بين يدي نجواكم صدقة واتقوا الله ذلكم خير. لا يقول الله ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. نعم فإن لم تجدوا أستغفر الله. Because this verse, that it was abrogated and it was revealed after al-Dhuhr and it was abrogated after Salat al-Asr, and only one did it. Only one obeyed this, that he performed the hukum, the ruling of this verse. Who was this person? Who was this companion? Ali radiallahu anhu. And this is one of his merits radiallahu anhu, that he did it. Because they were commanded not to talk to the Prophet ﷺ until they do some sadaqah, donate some sadaqah. Then after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَإِن لَمْ تَجِدُوا وش الآية محمد استغفر الله وأتوب إليه. Yes. So it was abrogated. And this is in al-Mufassal. Right? This is in al-Mufassal. So that does not mean that you won't find abrogation, but that's not the norm. That's not the norm. And actually abrogation is not the norm in the Quran. But it's very rare in al-Mufassal. And it's also very straight, because al-Mujadala was a Medinian surah. And that's why. But in Mecca you're going to find a very few surahs or verses that are abrogated. Because they are talking about al-Aqidah, was-Suluk wal-Akhlaq. And also al-Yawm al-Akhir, which part of Aqidah. So this is then al-Mufassal. Then he said, Yes, يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا ناجيتم رسولا فقدموا بين يدي نجواكم صدقة ذلك خير لكم وأطهر فإن لم تجدوا فإن الله غفور رحيم أأشفقتم أن تقدموا بين يدي نجواكم صدقات فإذا لم تفعلوا وتاب الله عليكم فأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة وأطيعوا الله ورسوله والله خبير بما تعملون جزاك الله خيرا. So it was abrogated by the second verse. It was revealed after al-Dhuhr, the first يا أيها الذين آمنوا, then the second that it was revealed after it, after al-Asr. And Ali radiallahu anh was about to speak to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then he donated radiallahu anh before he spoke to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then after al-Asr, it was alhamdulillah, the ruling was reduced. However, it is still preferable to glorify the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, he used to say that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded us to donate before talking to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then it's highly preferable to donate before talking with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you want to pray. So he used to donate before he goes to Salat al-Jumu'ah, rahimahullah. Shaykh Muhammad ibn Uthaymeen, rahimahullah, used to do that. Then he said, I didn't find any evidence for that. Then he said, I didn't do it. He said that I used to do it, following Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah. But look, he said that I didn't find any evidence. That there is no evidence that the Prophet ﷺ would donate before going to al-Jumu'ah, or even the companions. We don't have any athar. Therefore he said that, then I just stopped, because there is no evidence. You see? So why? Because every scholar, whatever his status is, we don't utilize his actions or sayings as evidence. We use evidence to prove them. If they don't match the evidence, we neglect them. Like what Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah said, فَإِنْ عَارَضَ قَوْلِي قَوْلَ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم فَاضْرِبُوا بِقَوْلِي عَرْضَ الْحَائِضِ. If my opinion negates what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, take my opinion, throw it to the wall. Yes? That's the وذلك قال العلماء يستدل لها لا بها. Okay. Then he said من طوال المفصل من سورة الحجرات إلى سورة النبأ, and we pointed out that this is not the opinion that we go with. قال وفي المغرب من قصاره من سورة الضحى إلى سورة الناس وبسائر الصلوات من أوسطه من سورة النبأ إلى سورة الضحى. Then he recites a surah, which is preferably from the long mushaf, mufassal, in the morning, Fajr prayer, from the shorter ones in the Maghrib prayer, and from the medium ones in the Isha prayer. So then, al-mufassal, which begins from Qaf till an-Nas, has three parts. The first one is what we call Tiwal al-Mufassal. These start from Qaf till An-Naba. Okay, till An-Naba, meaning that it ends with Al-Mursalat. An-Naba is not included. Then we have Awasit al-Mufassal, that begins from An-Naba till Al-Duha, meaning that Al-Layl is the last surah. Then you begin from Al-Duha till An-Nas is what we call Qisar al-Mufassal. Okay? It's preferable to recite in Al-Fajr from Tiwal al-Mufassal. It's also preferable to recite in Al-Isha from Awasit al-Mufassal, from Al-Naba till Al-Layl. Then in Al-Maghrib, it's preferable to recite from Al-Duha till the end of the Quran. Okay? Till An-Nas. But this is the preferable one, because the Prophet ﷺ recited from different parts of the Quran. So for example, can you imagine that the Prophet ﷺ في Sahih al-Bukhari recited in Salat al-Maghrib Al-A'raf, طول الطولين. But that's not a continuous action. If you do it once in a year, you can do it. And actually this is sunnah, if you revive it, in order to let people know. Al-Araf, طول الطولين. Also the Prophet ﷺ recited in al-Maghrib al-Mursalat. He recited also, هذا من حديث أم سلمة رضي الله عنها في الصحيح. He recited also in al-Maghrib بالطور. Okay? Also he ﷺ recited in al-Fajr. Actually he used to recite Hadith Abi Barza al-Aslami from 60 verses to 100. Now inshallah we're going to go about the surahs for specific days or specific prayers. So he used sallallahu alaihi wasallam to recite for al-Fajr from 60 to 100. How to measure it? The scholars say we go with al-Hawamim, because these are the average surahs. The Hawamim we have 7. The family of Hamim. They start with what? What is the first Hamim? Zukhruf. Okay? Ghafir. Ghafir. Fussilat. الزخرف. الشورى. الدخان. لا, they end with الدخان. Yes, yes. ذن الجاثية, ذن الأحقاف. أحسن. ذن الجاثية, ذن الأحقاف. These are the Hawamim. Okay? So this is the average. From 60 to 100, you can measure it by those. That's what the Prophet ﷺ used to recite in al-Fajr. But now, can you recite this? ها؟ طولت علينا يا أخي. أبلشت يا أخي الدين يسر. قل هو الله واحد يا أخي. قل هو إنا أعطيناك الكوثر والقرآن فاقرأوا ما تيسر منه. Right? Because I used to be bad. This is usually شباننا. Huh? They would come to you and أحمد الدين يسر والأمور سهلة يا أخي. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. وسع صدرك نعم الحمد لله يا أخي قل له والله واحد والله العظيم. I used to have an elderly old man. He used to say recite قل له والله واحد. Why? Then he said I have evidence. And I said ما شاء الله, bring me the evidence. This is first of all, أفتان أنت يا معاذ. أفتان أنت يا معاذ. The Prophet ﷺ said, Mu'adh radiallahu anhu used to pray with the Prophet ﷺ. Then he goes to his people in Al-Awali. Then they were farmers, working all the day. Then he was young, mashallah. The iman is full. Allahu Akbar. بعد الفاتحة ألف لام ميم. Until he finishes Al-Baqarah. So, a man came to the Prophet ﷺ and he was complaining, "Oh Rasulullah, that I don't pray in Jama'ah because of Mu'adh. Because he is praying for a long time." Then the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Al-Rawi, Anas radiallahu anhu, he said, "I never saw the Prophet ﷺ so angry as I saw him in this situation." Then the Prophet ﷺ called Mu'adh. And you should keep in mind, Mu'adh radiallahu anhu was faqih. That's why he ﷺ sent him to Yemen. He was very knowledgeable. But he radiallahu anh, even if he is so knowledgeable, he used to be taught. The Prophet ﷺ said to him, أَفَتَّانٌ أَنْتَ يَا Mu'adh? Do you want to make fitna among people? Do you want to let people hate the jama'ah? Hate the salah? إِذَا صَلَّيْتَ فَخَفِّفْ. When you pray if you are imam, خفف فإن من ورائك السقيم والضعيف وذا الحاجة. يا معاذ اقرأ بسبح اسم ربك الأعلى والشمس وضحاها والليل إذا يغشى. Meaning, not these specific surahs, but meaning, yes, similar. Yes, equivalent to them. Okay, so that's what the Prophet ﷺ. And he is coming to me, saying, أفتان أنت. Yes, أفتان أنت يا معاذ. Okay, yes. The Prophet, subhanallah, Sheikh Muhammad ibn Uthaymeen used to face this almost monthly. A man would come, أفتان أنت يا شيخ. ما يحتاج نعلمك. We don't need to teach you. You know, why are كازم فتنة? Then a Sheikh said, did I pray in al-Baqarah? That's the reason why the Prophet ﷺ said to Mu'adh, أفتان أنت يا معاذ. But I prayed in what? I prayed with the Sunnah. So they would come also to say to you, because you know, Shiban, you know, a lot of people, they know a lot of hadith that serve their interest. Like what? إذا اجتمع الطعام والعشاء فابدأوا بالعشاء. When you have طعام and عشاء, meaning صلاة العشاء, the Prophet ﷺ, what he said? Eat. So they know it. They know it very well. Even sometimes with the chain. They would narrate it with a chain. Also, the Prophet ﷺ, they know that the Prophet ﷺ said, حُبِّبَ إِلَيَّ مِن دُنْيَاكُمُ الطِّيبُ وَالنِّسَاء. You know it. Yes, you know, the al-awam. Yes, they say. Then if you say to him, okay, continue. The Prophet ﷺ said, وَجُعِلَتْ قُرَّةُ عَيْنِي فِي الصَّلَاةِ. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's what they know. So they are utilizing the evidence either, wrongly, or what fits their agenda. Okay. Yes. فويل. Okay. So they come to you and say that the Prophet ﷺ, do you know من حديث أبي سعيد الخدري that the Prophet that a man was sent as a leader for a Sariya, a battalion. Then he used to recite قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ in every rak'ah. After what? After finishing the recitation of surah after al-Fatiha. So he would say al-Fatiha, then a surah, then before he makes ruku', he would recite قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum warḍahum said, why do you do that? Then he said, go to the Prophet ﷺ and ask him. They went to the Prophet ﷺ. Then they said, oh Rasulullah, the leader that you assigned was doing something very odd. After each surah he would recite Surah Al-Fatiha. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, ask him, سَلُوهُ لِمَ يَصْنَعُ ذَلِكَ. Ask him why he is doing that. Look, the Prophet ﷺ, before making inkar, قبل الإنكار العلم يجب أن تعلم. You have to realize the situation before making a statement. Then they asked him. He said, لأنها صفة الرحمن فأنا أحب أن أقرأ بها. Because it includes the description of Ar-Rahman, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that I like to recite it. هذا في الصحيحين يا أخوة. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was told, he said, أخبروه أن الله يحبه لحبه إياه. Tell him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes him because he likes this surah. But look, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't use to recite it. But this man, because of what was established in his heart, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that for him specifically. So this man, this old man, came to me and said, look, so it is sufficient to recite قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Then I said, okay, I am giving you another evidence that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as Anas radiallahu anhu reported, he said, كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يأمرنا بالتخفيف ويؤمنا بالصافات. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam commanded us to pray with takhfif, but he used to lead us with what? بالصافات. What do you say? He said, هذا الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. Then I said, لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة. And he said, صلوا كما رأيتموني أصلي. So we should revive the sunnah. Yes, we understand now, يعني الأمة, unfortunately, the prayer is heavy So some even they let them just pray now. Let alone, okay, now we don't care about the sunnah now. We want them to come and pray. Okay? So, but we have to revive the sunnah. If you know that you have that behind you jama'ah, they used to come to you, because I used to have jama'ah that they would come to the masjid where I pray. So I pray by the sunnah. Okay? Also, the Prophet ﷺ used, when he was traveling, ﷺ, he recited, there is reported, والتين والزيتون in the first rak'ah. يقول البراء بن عازم, I never heard a voice like his voice, ﷺ. والتين والزيتون. But when you are a traveler, and we deduce from this, when you are a traveler, you also shorten the recitation. Okay? Also, the Prophet ﷺ, it is from the Sunnah to recite in Al-Fajr on Friday, in the first rak'ah, you recite as-sajdah, the entire surah. Not some of it, part of it, the entire surah, in the first rak'ah. In the second rak'ah, you recite al-insan, hal ata ala al-insan. The entire surah. If one recites part of it, part of a sajdah, in the second rak'ah, he recites part of it, he didn't follow the sunnah. We're saying that you are not rewarded. You have to recite it, you have to recite the entire surah in order, inshallah, to be rewarded for following the sunnah. Okay? Also, on Friday, on the Jum'ah prayer, you recite what? We have two sunnah. You recite al-Jumu'ah in the first rak'ah, and then the second rak'ah al-Munafiqun. في معجم الطبراني عن عبد الله بن مسعود رضي الله عنه. This is the way that he used to do it, عليه الصلاة والسلام. Sometimes he would recite sallallahu alayhi wasallam in the first rak'ah سبح اسم ربك الأعلى, in the second rak'ah al-Ghashiyah. Okay? And also في صلاة العيدين, في صلاة العيدين, it is preferable to recite in the first rak'ah what? Al-A'la, in the second Al-Ghashiyah. The majority of his prayers عليه الصلاة والسلام for صلاة العيدين, he used to recite Qaf in the first rak'ah, in the second rak'ah اقتربت الساعة, هذا في صحيح مسلم. Okay? Al-Qamar. So these are the sunnah. But there is no problem that you recite part of a surah. The sunnah is to recite the entire surah. But if you recite part of a surah, then there is no problem. And also if you recite a surah that comes after a surah, then you recite a surah that comes before it, there is no problem. وهو ما نسميه بتنكيس السور. There is no problem. Because Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anh did it. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anh did it. Ubay ibn Ka'b radiallahu anh did it. But he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did it before the last arda on Jibreel. That's why the Mus'haf now is ordered by Al-Baqarah, Al-Imran, Al-Nisa. Not Al-Nisa. Why? Because this is the last arda that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. So before the last arda, he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, as Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anh told us, that he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam started Salat al-Layl. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Then he said, then I shared it. I want to pray with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's an honor. To pray with him and to pray with him alone, this is an honor. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anh, came in Sahih al-Bukhari. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam started Al-Baqarah. Then he said it, he will recite 100. He finished 100. Continued. Then he said, he will stop in the middle of it. He continued. Then he said, inshallah, he's going to finish Al-Baqarah and he's going to make ruku'. He finished Al-Baqarah. Bismillah ar-Rahman, Alif Lam Mim. Allahu la ilaha illa hu. He started Al-Imran. Then he said, radiyallahu anh. Then he continued. I said that he is in the middle. Is going to finish. Continued. Started Al-Nisa. He started Al-Nisa, radiyallahu anh. he said that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam started an-Nisa, then finished an-Nisa, then he started al-Imran. لا al-Imran, because that's why I am quoting this hadith, because yes, they used to be ordered like this: Al-Baqarah, Al-Nisa, Al-Imran. Before the last arda. That's why Abdullah Mas'ud radiallahu anhu is saying that he started An-Nisa, then he started Al-Imran. He said, then I just barely prayed with him. قال فلقد هممت بأمر سوء قال له عروة. What did you intend? He said, أن أتم صلاتي وأن أتركها. That's what he said radiallahu anhu. Because he was praying. Imagine, he is saying that he used to, when he reaches verses of rahmah, he used to stop and ask Allah rahmah. When he used to pass verses of adab, of punishment, he used to stop and seek refuge from Allah Jalla wa Ala, from adab, from this punishment. When he reaches ayat al-Jannah, he used to ask Allah al-Jannah. When he reaches ayat an-nar, he used to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to prevent him from an-nar. I mean, how would you... أفتان أنت يا معاذ. Imagine, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he was kunayif muliya ilma. Umar radiallahu anhu used to appreciate him to the extent that he said, any issue that I don't have Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, it's going to confuse me. I need him with me. And he used to say, he's saying that kunayif muliya ilma. Because when he used to stand, radiallahu anhu, he is like the one who is sitting on his knees. His height is like the one who is sitting, the average man, when he sits on his knees, like this. Radiallahu anhu ardah. Kunayif, he say, kunayif muli'a ilma. Radiallahu anhu ardah. He is saying, radiallahu anhu, لو أعلم رجلا أعلم مني بكتاب الله تضرب إليه أكباد الإبل ضربتها إليه. What he says, that there is no one has this ability. والذي نفسي بيده ما من آية في كتاب الله إلا وأعلم أين نزلت وفيما نزلت ولمن نزلت. رضي الله عنه وأرضاه. And he intended something, he said, أمر سوء, something bad. Because he was praying with the one who said about himself, أما وإني أخشاكم لله وأتقاكم له. Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ intended, he started the prayer to pray for himself. And that's why when you pray for yourself, the Prophet ﷺ said, في حديث معاذ بن جبل, فإذا صلى أحدكم لنفسه فليطول ما شاء. If you pray for yourself, then فليطول ما شاء ما لم يخرج الوقت. Okay? So, yes, by yourself. Okay? Then he said, rahimahullah, so these are the sunnah to recite. And we have to revive the sunnah, from time to time. Like if you come to al-Maghrib, and if you announce that, let's say that you want to pray, to recite al-A'raf, at least announce that in advance. Say that, inshallah, next week, we're going to recite al-A'raf. So you just make adhan, then iqamah, then you just start. Yes, for those people who want to have the sunnah even once in their life, they would come. Shaykh Muhammad ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah used to do it from time to time. Twice in a year, 3 times in a year. He would do it, rahimahullah. But he would tell the jama'ah that inshallah next week, for example, we're going to have this sunnah. Okay? And also we put it on the poll point. Okay? In order to let people know.
Question: if you're going to pray with Surah Al-A'raf, for example, Fajr.
No, as-sunnah في المغرب. في المغرب. Okay?
I know the time before the shuruq.
You can recite, but once you make adhan, you make iqamah directly. At maximum 5 minutes. Then you start with a very comfortable way. Actually, you're going to finish before, we usually finish it before the time ends, in about 25 minutes sometimes, or even more, 30 minutes. Then he says رحمه الله ويجهر الإمام بالقراءة في الصبح الركعتين الأوليين من المغرب والعشاء ويسر ويقرأ سرا فيما عدا ذلك. The Imam should recite aloud in the 2 rak'ahs of the morning Fajr prayer and the first 2 rak'ahs of the Maghrib and Isha prayers, and recite to himself and the rest unanimously. And to recite aloud is sunnah, is not obligatory. To recite aloud. That means if you don't recite aloud for salawat al-jahriyah, your prayer is valid. There is no problem. But you should, in order to follow the sunnah. Then he says, rahimahullah, okay, what about al-dhuhr and al-asr? Before we forget. Al-dhuhr and al-asr.
It's sunnah to make it 7.
Salat al-dhuhr, the Prophet ﷺ used to make it long. What is the extent? Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu anhu said, people used to go to al-Baqi', they are in al-Baqi', and the Prophet ﷺ is making takbir, meaning that he starts the prayer while they are in al-Baqi'. You know al-Baqi', okay? Huh? No, al-Baqi' هذا في المدينة. لا in his masjid. Yes, he would start Salat al-Dhuhr. Allahu Akbar. Abu Sa'id radiyallahu anhu said, and also Sahl bin Sa'd al-Sa'idi radiyallahu anhu said, that they used to make wudu. Then they go from al-Baqi' to the masjid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam while he is still standing. الركعة الأولى في صلاة الظهر. Then Abu Sa'id radiyallahu anhu was asked, guess, for how long? He said radiyallahu anhu, I would say that the first 2 rak'ahs are about Surah Al-Sajdah. The first 2 rak'ah like Surah Al-Sajdah. And they know that because he used to recite it in Al-Fajr. So he said like Surah Al-Sajdah. Then the 3rd rak'ah will be half of what? Of the 2nd rak'ah. Then the 4th rak'ah will be half the 3rd rak'ah. هذا في الصحيحين يا أخوة.
لا في الركعة الثالثة والركعة الرابعة. في الركعة الثالثة والرابعة. لا, he can do also Quran, right?
Occasionally, but very rarely, because it is not narrated that the Prophet ﷺ used to do it, but Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu did it, Umar radiyallahu anhu did it.
That's not going to be half. It's not going to be half the 3rd rak'ah if you want it to be half.
But this is the usual way. The usual way. But the Prophet ﷺ, he recited Surah Al-Ghashiyah in the 2nd rak'ah after what? After سبح اسم ربك الأعلى. While Al-Ghashiyah is a little bit longer than Al-A'la. You see? So that's the usual way that the Prophet ﷺ used to do it. So Salat al-Dhuhr, so again, Salat al-Dhuhr, he used to make it long. In the incident that Abu Sa'id radiyallahu anhu was asked, how? Guess. He said that we guessed it. That the first 2 rak'ahs combined in the same length of Surah Al-Sajdah. Then the 3rd rak'ah will be half of what? Of the 2nd rak'ah.
So he was reading Alhamdulillah and Surah in the 3rd rak'ah?
لا.
So how do you make it half?
The recitation will be faster. Okay? Okay? Why are you confused, brothers?
No, because he's talking about 3rd rak'ah. 3rd rak'ah is Alhamdulillah only.
Yes, but you recited in the first one, you recite Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. The scholars say he would recite it faster in the 3rd one. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. Okay? Why?
Yeah, but you're saying it's the 3rd rak'ah is like half of the first one.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the 3rd rak'ah is half of the 2nd rak'ah. Clear? shorter. Okay? The fourth rak'ah is half of the third rak'ah. That's what Abu Sa'id radiallahu anhu is narrating to us. He is saying that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to combine them. He used to pray the first two rak'ahs of al-dhuhr, like if he recites Surah al-Sajdah. The third rak'ah will be half of the second, and the fourth will be half of the third. Okay? Yeah. Yeah.
When you talk to a rak'ah, that means all the rak'ah, right? Not only reciting.
No.
That means everything.
Yes, everything. Everything. Okay? Okay? Just let's continue. Let's continue.
When we talk rak'ah, it's not only.
Okay, so he's saying rahimahullah then. So then this is the sunnah for reciting in al-dhuhr. But is it the way now we pray? No. We're just doing it. Allah yarham hanus. Allah yarham. Half, he said. Half of salat al-dhuhr. Half of salat al-dhuhr. Okay? قال فيصلي صلاة الظهر على النصف من صلاة قال فيصلي صلاة قيل له والعصر قال فيصلي العصر على النصف من الظهر. Okay? Half. ثم يكبر ويركع ويرفع يديه كرفع الأول ثم يضع يديه على ركبتيه يفرق أصابعه ويمد ظهره ويجعل رأسه حياله ثم يقول سبحان ربي العظيم ثلاثا. Now we need to demonstrate this. Now, are you paying attention? Now, you finish reciting surah after al-Fatiha. Okay? It's sunnah now to do what? To be silent. To be silent. For two different reasons. Or actually for three reasons. First of all, you follow the sunnah. Secondly, in order to distinguish between the recitation and takbir. Thirdly, in order for your breath to return to you. Now you are silent. After that, what do? You raise your hands. You raise your hands either to your shoulder or to your earlobes, like what we knew in the first takbirah, في تكبيرة الإحرام. أرجع ولا تقدم? Forward. Okay. So if you start the prayer raising your hands to your earlobes, then continue. If you start to your shoulder, then continue to your shoulder. Now let's say that I start with to my earlobes. So Allahu Akbar, like this, or Allahu Akbar. We call this takbirah, which is the first takbirah of takbirat al-intiqal, the transitional takbirat. We should say it while we are making a ruku'. While we are making it. Not Allahu Akbar or Allahu Akbar. While we are making it. Allahu Akbar. Okay? Clear? So, Allahu Akbar. Okay? There's no problem if you say it, some of it while you are making ruku' or while you are standing. But you have, in this transitional period, you have to say something. Okay? It has to be included. Allahu Akbar. See? Now, the sifah, the description of ruku', the sunnah. First of all, look. Allahu Akbar. See me? Your hands will be قال أبو حميد الساعدي رضي الله عنه قال فأمكن يديه من ركبتيه وفرج بين أصابعه. He put his hands عليه الصلاة والسلام like this. أمكن. How would you say أمكن? Okay? أمكن يديه من ركبتيه, meaning not this way, not this way. Okay? أمكن. Okay, firmly. Okay? أمكن وفرج بين أصابعه, not like this or like this. Like this. فرج بين أصابعه. Okay? فرج, he said. فرج بين أصابعه. أبو حميد في الصحيحين. like this. Okay? قال وفر في حديث وائل بن حجر في سنن أبي داود قال وجاف بين عضديه. He didn't say like this. Okay? Look, they are very meticulous. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum. They reported it as they saw it because he saw to them. He said to them, "صلوا كما رأيتموني يصلي." So they just reported it. So like this, not like this. Okay, and also not like this. Clear? Now, what about your hip and your back and your head? قال أبو سعيد قال أبو حميد رضي الله عنه قال وحصر ظهره. حصر, how would you? Yes, straight his back. Yeah, flat, okay? Or he straighted it forward. هذا هو معنى حصر. He would say عليه الصلاة والسلام like this. Okay? And this is, ask your chiropractic doctor. Ask him about this. Even if he is not Muslim. Say to him, that's what we do. And listen what he is going to say to you. It's very, very, very healthy. For your hip, for your lower spine, and also for your shoulders. So imagine that you do them at least 17 times daily. A very free exercise. But do it like the sunnah. So, in order to see, look. Hasara. Hasara. Straight forward, like this. Okay? Habiba said, if you bring liquid, to that extent, if you Abi Dawood, if you bring liquid and pour it over his back, it will stay. To that extent. He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, 90 degrees. 90, like this. Alayhi salatu wasalam.
I'm not making 90 degrees.
Yeah, I'm trying inshallah my best. Okay? Okay, yeah. نعم جزاه الله خيرا. Okay? Okay? Look. You see? 90. Okay? Now, what about your head? What about your head? قالت عائشة رضي الله عنها لم يشخص رأسه ولم يصوبه ولكن بين ذلك. With it will be aligned with your back. Aisha رضي الله عنها said that he didn't say like this, and he didn't say like this. He did it this way. Okay? So now you know how to make ruku'. Umar. Adam. Al-Ma'adar. If you come and do it, inshallah. And they will have the reward, inshallah.
Come and do ruku'.
Yes. Inshallah. Make ruku'. Okay? Yeah, inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Okay? So now we want you to make ruku'. Ruku' as what the Prophet ﷺ did.
What is that?
Yes, you make ruku'. The Prophet ﷺ would make ruku' this way. Look. Allahu Akbar. Then his back will be straight forward like this, and his head won't go down, and also it won't go up like this, but it will be aligned to his back. Okay? Okay? MashaAllah. Yeah. Jazakallahu khairan. Barakallahu feek. Who would do it also? Who would do it? ترى يا أخوة هذا من نشر يعني عثمان مالك بن الحويرث, he used to say that I pray and I don't want to pray only for the sake to teach. Okay? هذا يسمى تشريك ليس شركا. تشريك in order to teach. Uthman radiallahu anhu used to make wudu only for what? To teach. Okay? Because when we see it, we understand how. So who would volunteer? Brother. Okay? So now this is the description of al-ruku'. What do you think? Your head? Yes? Yes, also down a little bit. No, your head. لو تنزل راسك شوي خلوا مستوي مع ظهرك. Exactly. Yeah, a little bit. لا لو تنزله لو عليك أمر. Exactly.
His hand must be straight.
Yes.
سوي.
Also.
That's 90 degrees. That's a good one.
Yeah, good one. هنا. Okay, yes. In order to teach us about the sunnah. Okay. Also لو تمد يديك كذلك. نعم. مد يديك وشد ظهرك. حصر ظهره يقول أبو حميد. What do you think? خلاص? You see? One more? نعم. جزاك الله خيرا. جزاك الله خيرا. Would you like to volunteer? هنا. جزاك الله خيرا. Okay? Okay. He needs to follow the sunnah. Yes. Okay. Okay. تفضل يا شيخ.
الله أكبر.
خطأ.
الله أكبر.
لا.
الله.
خطأ. شوف. الله. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
خطأ. While you are.
Why are you going? Yeah.
Yes. Not. Look. Allahu Akbar. Okay. No, it's serious, brothers. This is sunnah. This is sunnah. This is how the Prophet ﷺ did it. Okay.
Allahu Akbar.
What do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think he made a mistake.
Yes, he made a mistake. Okay. What about your back? No. His hands. He didn't.
You have to hold your knees.
Straight like this.
Exactly. And also he's widening the. Yes. Don't. لا تفحج. أيوة. بارك الله فيك. Okay. أحسن الله إليك. جزاك الله خير. Brother, I mean the last one. Inshallah, he will perfect it بإذن الله. لا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم رأى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من حمل على أخيه حديدة لم تزل الملائكة تلعنه حتى يضعها. ما يجوز يا إخوة إلى هذا الحد. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم نهانا حتى أن ندخل إلى السوق. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا دخل أحدكم السوق فليغمد رمحه ألا يؤذي مسلما. إلى هذا الحد. قال نهى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم حتى أن تحمل حبلا فيظنه أخاك ثعبانا يخاف منها. إلى هذا الحد. حقوق الإنسان في الإسلام ليست هنا. هذه حقوق الإنسان. Okay? So when you raise this, الملائكة will make لعن. أعوذ بالله. Even in a joking. These are like what Abdullah ibn Mughaffal. You know the story. Yes, after inshallah we're going to mention it.
Allahu Akbar.
What do you think? Yes. Yeah. Straight your arm. Yes. MashaAllah. This is almost perfect. Okay? Barakallah. So just now do it, inshallah, and you're going to adjust it. What about Abdullah ibn Mughaffal? Speaking of this, Abdullah ibn Mughaffal radiyallahu an, are you with us, brother? Abdullah ibn Mughaffal radiyallahu an found his son having small stones, pebbles, and he was throwing them, flicking them. هذا في صحيح البخاري. And this is called خذف. Then he came to him, then he said, "Oh my son, I heard the Prophet ﷺ prohibiting us from خذف." And he said, إنه لا ينكأ عدوا ولا يصيد صيدا وإنما يفقأ العين ويكسر السن. So don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. He saw him the day after, while he was making khadf. He said, "I say to you, the Prophet ﷺ is prohibiting us from doing this, and you do it. I swear by Allah, I won't talk to you until I die." Look, في صحيح البخاري يا إخوة. Say, والله لن أكلمك حتى أموت. فما كلمه يا إخوة حتى مات. And we are laughing when we hear the sunnah. Look how they glorify it. Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu anhuma once said, that the Prophet ﷺ said, لا تمنعوا إماء الله مساجد الله. Don't prohibit the slave of Allah, he's talking about women, to attend masajid. Salim ibn Abdullah, his son, said, Wallahi lanamna'hun. We're going to prohibit them because the society started to be not safe. فالتفت إليه يقول الراوي فسبه سبا شديدا. And some narrations فلعنه في سنن أبي داود لعنه. Said, أقول لك قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تمنعوا إماء الله مساجد الله وتقول والله لنمنعهن. I say to you that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم is saying, and you are saying والله لنمنعهن. Look, because they used to glorify the text of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. They used to glorify the evidence. So we have to take these serious. إن يقول جل وعلا إنه لقول فصل وما هو بالهزل. Malik rahimahullah, if they come to him, he asked, do you want fiqh? He would give them fatwa. If they want hadith, he would enter his home, take a shower, wear the best clothes he has, then have tib, then he would go to make hadith. So this is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So now this is in the way that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam do it. Now this is the action. What do we say? We say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim 3 times. This is in Hadith Hudhayfa radiallahu anhu في سنة أبي داود. في صحيح مسلم, why do we say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim? لما نزل قوله جل وعلا فسبح باسم ربك العظيم, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said اجعلوها في ركوعكم. اجعلوها في ركوع. Make this in your ركوع. Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. So we say it 3 times. At least 3 times.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
لكن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إنه حرام من كلم أخينا المسلم 3 أيام. لكن كيف هو الصحابي هاجر
Very good question.
صاحبه المسلم.
Yes, actually he was his son. It's a very good question. Do you understand this? The question? The question is saying that how did he abandon him? He didn't speak to him while the Prophet ﷺ prevented us from making hajr for more than 3 days. More than 3 days. If you don't speak to your brother, whatever dispute you have, لا ترفع أعمالكم. كل اثنين وخميس ترفع الأعمال. Your actions won't be raised, even if you are making siyam. It won't be raised.
Only during disputes.
Yes, all during disputes. Okay? قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يلتقيان. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يحل لمسلم أن يهجر أخاه فوق 3. يلتقيان فيعرض هذا ويعرض هذا وخيرهما الذي يبدأ بالسلام. So this is then established ruling. How did Abdullah radiallahu anh abandon his son? More than 3 days actually, until he died. And this was about 4 years and a half. For more than 4 years and a half, he didn't speak to his son. يقول العلماء رحمه الله هذا من الهجر الذي يكون لمصلحة. So it is allowed to exceed 3 days. Like what? Like what the Prophet ﷺ did when he abandoned the 3 people, those who didn't go with him to Tabuk. He sallallahu alayhi wasallam abandoned them. He didn't speak to them. Yeah, but he didn't speak to them. And even if he says wa alaykum assalam, al-Bara radiallahu anhu, al-Bara said that he would say it very قال وإذا أتيناه تبسم إلينا تبسم مغضب. He sallallahu alayhi wasallam would make a smile, but it's not the usual smile that we used to have. But he sallallahu alayhi wasallam didn't make abandons. He didn't abandon munafiqun, subhanallah, because that's not effective with them. But those, the Sahaba, will be inshallah disciplined. So in order to discipline, it is allowed to exceed the 3 days. And that's what he did, radiallahu anhu, Abdullah. Abdullah radiallahu anh exceeded the 3 days because he knew that it's going to discipline his son. Because if otherwise, it's not allowed.
And it is a lesson for the other people also. It's a lesson also for the other people.
Yeah, but
They know that,
yeah, but first of all, we have to concern about the one who is abandoned. Okay, the one who is abandoned. Okay, so then we say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. At least once. That's the obligatory. Or 3 times. That's as in hadith Hudayfa. Anas radiallahu anh once said that after he praying behind Umar ibn Aziz while he was the governor of al-Madinah, he said, I never prayed behind someone like Umar ibn Aziz. He's praying in resemblance to the prayer of the Prophet ﷺ. The narrator is saying that we guess the period when he makes sujood or make ruku', it was about 10 times to say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. But we are saying that this is not only to say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, meaning that he is telling us about the duration, it's about to say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim 10 times. Therefore, we say that you say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim 3 times, because this is the sunnah. After that, what do you say? You say the other dhikr. Like what? سبحانك yes سبوح قدوس رب الملائكة والروح في صحيح مسلم. سبحانك اللهم ربنا وبحمدك اللهم اغفر لي حديث عائشة رضي الله عنها في الصحيحين. سبحان ذي الجبروت والملكوت والكبرياء والعظمة. في صلاة الليل اللهم لك خشع سمعي وبصري ومخي وعظمي وعصبي. سبحانك اللهم ربنا وبحمدك اللهم اغفر لي سبحان ربي العظيم سبوح قدوس رب الملائكة والروح. This is في صلاة الليل. And also you make tasbih, a lot of tasbih, because the Prophet ﷺ said, أما الركوع فعظموا فيه الرب وأما السجود فأكثروا فيه من الدعاء فقمنوا أن يستجاب لكم. And inshallah we're going to discuss about sujood. But now we have inshallah known how to do al-ruku' and what we say. Who would like to repeat it for a final inshallah repetition? Yes, from the beginning. Now we want the whole action of ruku'. This rukun. Yes, we want it to be implemented. If you don't mind.
Okay, so first you start by making takbiratul transition.
Yeah, takbiratul intiqal.
Al-intiqal. Allahu Akbar.
Takbiratul intiqal. Intiqal. A transition takbira.
Allahu Akbar.
Exactly.
Then you make sure that your hands are
firmly fixed
on your knees, and that your back is as straight as possible. I don't know if I could make it straight.
Okay.
Then you come back and you say Sami Allahu liman hamid.
What about the head?
The head has to be straight as well.
Exactly.
Then you come back and you say, while you're making you say Subhanallah al-Azim.
Subhana Rabbi
al-Azim.
And we should make sure, don't say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. Okay? Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. Don't say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. It's totally different meaning. Okay? Because هذا مضاف مضاف. Yes, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la when you make sujood. Okay?
And you either say it one time. One time is obligatory.
Yes.
And the sunnah is to say it 3 times, and after that you make ta'zeem like Subuhun Quddus.
Yes, like Subuhun Quddus for a duration of about 10 times saying Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. Okay? Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. Okay?
I heard him say Subhana Rabbana al-Azim.
لا خطأ. Okay? What the Prophet ﷺ said, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. مثل بعض الناس when we reach inshallah الجلسة بين السجدتين, some say Subhana ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا. Okay? Or some of them say ربي اغفر لي ولوالدي. They add ولوالدي. Okay? This is not the sunnah. Okay? Any question? No question. Okay. Alhamdulillah. بارك الله فيك. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.